Salute and welcome to Blended Healing. It is out of your control. There's nothing that you can do about it. You have to move on. There's no way of trying to manipulate the situation to make it go in your favor. There's nothing that you can do to sway the outcome. Know that when things happen like this, know that the divine is in the midst all the time. There's no such thing as a coincidence. And if the divine takes it out of your control, then you have to cope with it. And that's where I step in to try to navigate you through some of these things. It's out of your control, doll. It's out of your control. So let's learn how to let it go and cope with it today. Beloved, the goal for us each and every day is to gradually grow stronger on the inside so that less and less on the outside world can affect our inner wellness without our conscious permission. Truth be told, how you cope with unexpected problems and frustrations can easily be the difference between living good and living an unhealthy life. If you choose to unhealthy coping mechanisms like avoidance or denial, you can quickly turn a tough situation into a tragic one. Beloved, I'm here to tell you that sadly, many of us make this common mistake. We start self medicating, we start doing a lot of different things. And it could be above and beyond medication, if you know what I mean. It can be other things that we do in order to cope. And that puts a lot of stress on our emotions, our mental health, and our physical body. I want you to understand when you find yourself facing a disheartening reality, your first reaction might be to deny the situation or to avoid dealing with it altogether, pushing that shit aside. But by you doing that, you're inadvertently holding on even tighter to the pain that you wish to let go of. You are in effect, sealing it on the inside of you. Let's see, feel, and imagine that someone close to us got sick, right? And we are supporting this person through his or her illness. And it's incredibly painful. And you might not want to deal with the pain, so you cope by avoiding it, by finding ways to numb yourself with alcohol and unhealthy eating, and consequently, you grow physically ill too, while the pain continues to fester on the inside of you. Transparent moment. When my mother was diagnosed with cancer, they gave her 6 months. My father took the initiative to not let her know that she had cancer. And he did this for a simple reason, because I think that he couldn't cope with it. But he took that on. He let us know that something was going on with mom, but we didn't find out until later. And when he did tell us, we were not to say a word to her. The pain to watch her go through that was incredible. I couldn't cope with it. I did everything possible that I can do not to be at home to watch her go through that suffering. to watch somebody that I know who held the family together like glue to start to diminish in front of your eyes. Some of you know what I'm talking about. But I did a lot of things to try to avoid that. And at the end of the day, it didn't do nothing but give me heartache, grief, and something else that I had to overcome to face that pain of losing her and watching her die. It wasn't good. So if you notice that yourself is doing something similar, I implore you to pause and admit to yourself that you're coping by avoiding, and then shift your focus to a healthier coping mechanism, like using the quotes that I'm going to give you later on in this segment, or talking to somebody. There's nothing wrong with talking to somebody. See, I come from the old school where we had to slap a H on our chest and handle it, and that was that. So when I faced the struggle, I was closed down. Only my closest friends knew. But then again, I kept getting checked by a certain individual over and over and over again. And it was one of my brothers that checked me, and I thought he was the worst thing in life. But inadvertently, and I had said this before, he saved my life. So when you face struggles with an attitude of openness, open to the painful feelings and the emotions that you have, and find a way that it may feel uncomfortable at first, but you have to find a way. But you can still be fine, and you can still step forward. Openness, beloved, means you don't instantly decide that you know this is only going to be a horrible experience. It means you admit that you don't really know what the next step will be like, and you like to understand the whole truth of the matter. This is a learning stance instead of one that assumes the worst. I want you to know that coping certainly isn't an easy practice, and I'm not suggesting that it is. Far be it from me to do that, because I did way the opposite of what I was supposed to do. But what I'm telling you, beloved, that it is worth your while to practice healthy coping mechanisms, because that'll allow you to find better ways of managing life's continuous streams of unexpected and uncontrollable circumstances. All right. Know that a task is harder than you expected it to be. Instead of running from things that may be overwhelming, you can accept it and see what it's like to feel uncomfortable and overwhelmed and still take action anyway. What if it's an interaction with someone you love that angers or frustrates you? Instead of lashing out at the loved one when you're upset with them, you can sit quietly with your feelings that are very difficult and just be open to what it's like to feel them. And then, once you have a moment to breathe, you can see what it's like to deal compassionately with someone who you love. that you're upset with. Try to understand them instead of just judging them at their worst. What about unhealthy cravings? Overwhelm you out of nowhere. You may be inclined to indulge in unhealthy cravings like alcohol, sweets, sex for comfort when you're feeling stressed out. But you can sit with these feelings and be open to them instead, and then gradually build daily rituals for coping in healthier ways. Take a walk, meditate, talk with somebody about your feelings, journal it, review some of the quotes that can help you. What if you are forced to deal with a loved one's death? When someone that you love passes away, the grief and sense of loss can seem overwhelming. And at this point, it's incredibly easy to give in an unhealthy, quick fix ways to alleviate the pain. But you have to force yourself to do the opposite, to give yourself compassion, to sit with the powerful, difficult thoughts and feelings that you are having, and to open your mind to what lies ahead. I want you to gradually know that it will become evident that death isn't just an ending, but it's a beginning. Because while we have lost someone special, this ending, like all losses, is a moment of reinvention. Although deeply sad, their passing forces you to reinvent your life. And this reinvention is an opportunity to experience beauty in new and unseen way in places, because you know they're right there every step of the way, and they have not left you. I want you to know that we have merely just scratched the surface of an endless pool of opportunities and possibilities for healthy coping. The key thing is to understand that by learning to cope in healthier ways, you will find that you can better handle anything that life throws your way and come out stronger, happier than you were before. The divine will move things out of your way. The world that we live in is exactly what we have on the inside of us. What you think, what you see, are ultimately what you're going to become. So gather your thoughts wisely. Think how you want to live today, and use some of these quotes that I'm going to share with you that you can hit on replay at any given time, or commit them to memory. Ashe, Ashe. And find another way. When I close my eyes, all I can see is your face. Walking down the coldest road, not knowing which way to go. But as I pray, I'll just let the story unfold. Walk with me, talk with me, say what is my destiny. Oh, oh. Walk with me, talk with me, tell me what is my destiny.
Where am I to go? I feel so damn alone. I wanna run away to a faraway place where no one knows my name. But what if I run into another you? Would the pain still be the same? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the saddest of them all? Hold up, wait a minute. Is there hope I see? Walk with me, talk with me, tell me what is my destiny. Walk with me, talk with me, tell me what is my destiny.
Beloved, in moments of unexpected stress and frustration, an uplifting reminder can make all the difference in your mindset. All the difference. Together, we all can collectively serve as a healthy coping mechanism for life's inevitable disappointments. And understanding how to cope in a healthy way is an invaluable skill. Let me share some with you. It's not what you say to everyone else that determines your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the greatest power. The goal isn't to get rid of all of your negative thoughts and feelings. That's impossible. The goal is to change your response to them. You alone get to choose what matters and what does not. The meaning of everything in your life has precisely the meaning you give it. It is what it is. Accept it, learn from it, and grow from it. It doesn't matter what you've done. What truly matters is what you do from here. The most powerful weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. Train your mind to see the good in this day. Stop beating yourself up. You are a work in progress, which means you get there a little at a time, not all at once. Do your best, then adopt, or whatever happens, happens mindset. Don't try to force things, just let go and allow the right blessings to flow. One of the most rewarding and important moments in life is the moment you finally find the courage to let go of what you can't change. Let go of all the purposeless drama, aimless time wasters, and clutter that keeps getting in your way. It's time to focus on what matters. Notice and appreciate the present moment. Too often we spend our time in our minds or in our phones. Just embrace what's in front of you. Okay. When you hear only what you want to hear, you're not really listening. Listen to what you don't want to hear, too. That's how you grow. Never regret being a good person to the wrong people. Your behavior says everything about you, and their behavior says enough about them. Ashe, ashe. Maturity is learning to gracefully walk away from situations that threaten your peace of mind, self-respect, values, morals, or even self-worth. Learn to trust your journey, even when you do not understand it. Sometimes what you never wanted or expected turns out to be what you need. And the last one I'm going to share with you today is you may be exhausted. You may be discouraged. You may feel uncomfortable. No matter what, your best option is to move positively forward. I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing on today. I hope I was able to give you a quick hit in helping you that you just can't control it. So step aside. Step aside. There's nothing that you can do about it. Just learn how to cope with it and know that you are not alone. The divine and your guardian angels and your ancestors are here to help you through the process. They're just waiting for you to tag them in. Ashe, ashe.
There's no pressure. I'll be waiting and I'm sure this energy so I can give you all of me. All I miss, 11 days and 11 nights. And I've been thinking about you constantly and all the time. Maybe I'd even go down on my knees just to get to where you are and make you mine. I don't wanna rush it. Yeah. I just want you to trust it. We'll be fine. Keep it tight. There's no pressure. I'll be waiting and I'll share this energy so I can give you all of me. All of me. Spend a whole day, baby, I go a long way. Don't ever worry if you got me, 'cause you got me. All of the wrongs you've had, I wanna make it right. Just one choice, I won't fight it. If it doesn't fit, it's alright. It ain't my time. There's no pressure. I'll be waiting and I'll share this energy so I can